In today's video, we're going to be looking at advanced techniques for outputting lighting data from Disguise. Hello and welcome back to the Hive School. If you're new here, my name's Rich Porter and I'm making these videos to help you one-up your live production workflows. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from the usual videos that I've been making. Typically, I've been looking to tackle aspects of software that aren't necessarily well documented and break it down into the steps required for achieving the results yourself. Hopefully you found these videos to be useful. However, most of the time we're just covering the techniques that you require to get started. Here I'm going to show you what can be achieved when you need to scale those techniques up to a high level. So instead of controlling a handful of fixtures, we're going to be looking at thousands of lighting pixels controlled by 400 universes of streaming sACN. This is an array of Martin Skeptron, which we used for a project that we recently completed for Bloom & Associates. Big shout out to our friends over at Bloom, some wonderful humans over there. Total, there's roughly 28,000 pixels that we need to address. You remember from the DMX table screens video that I made recently that each pixel requires 4 pieces of information: the U and V coordinates from the pixel map, and the universe and address data for the addressing. Because the strips are all laid out in a circular array, mapping them in the pattern that they were rigged in would make computing the U and V data quite tedious. So when I unwrap these, I laid the resulting UVs out in straight lines. This means that when we generate the CSV table, each pixel is next to the previous one on the x-axis. We start a new line for each ring. When I went to generate the CSV for this set of lighting fixtures, I knew that constructing it in Google Sheets, like I did in the last video, was an untenable solution for a few reasons. Firstly, there's roughly 112,000 pieces of information that need to be recorded correctly. An incorrect UV or addressing info would mean that the lights wouldn't respond as we wanted them to. Generating this by hand, even using formula in Excel to do some of the heavy lifting, would be pretty time consuming and prone to human error. Second reason is, even if I could generate the table correctly once, and take all the time it would need to get that right, it was likely that we would be receiving changes on site, and I knew I wouldn't be able to keep the team waiting for a day or so while I readjusted addressing or pixel layouts. The answer was to write a small piece of code in Python that would take some parameters that I gave it, like the number of strips in each circle, or the start address and universe of the first strip, and then compute the correct CSV for addressing in Disguise. I'm not going to talk you through how the Python works, mostly because I'm not a developer and I think there's definitely better people out there to teach you Python. But also because this was constructed totally custom for this project, and understanding it wouldn't really help you unless you were going to do the exact project this was required for. I can, however, show you it doing the computation. As before, we end up with the same CSV file and OBJ file that we need to put within our Disguise project structure. Once set up, you will see that we're able to use simple content moves to art direct the way that we wanted the strips to illuminate. Each one of these pixels generates the corresponding address data that we needed to send out multicast over streaming sACN. Whilst making the Hive School videos been proving to be quite a fun side project for me, most of the time I'm out working on video projects that require this kind of complex integration. If you think you need a custom setup like this, I'd encourage you to reach out to us at the Hive. Be really happy to talk to you about how we can make your project happen. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thanks as always for watching and supporting the channel. Do leave a comment if you have any questions about this video, if there's anything that you wish to appear on the channel in the future. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss our next video. From everyone here at Hive School, we'll see you next time. Thank you.